cooperation between law enforcement agencies to share resources, save time and money, and solve cases.
We're doing more with less. We're able to collaborate more. We're able to partner more. We're able to share ideas and information.
Social media is challenging.
I recently met with Blackhawk County Sheriff Tony Thompson along with Chief Dan Trelka, Waterloo's Director of Safety Services, and Cedar Falls Police Chief Jeff Olson to talk about this new level of local cooperation.
We've always cooperated in the past. We've always had a great working relationship. We've just taken another step further, and it's really working out for us.
For example, you met Cedar Falls crime scene investigator Brian Schock in our first report. Brian works closely with the county's fingerprint expert and CSI, Steve Peterson.
Okay, it's gonna fit.
Waterloo Police Officer Rob Duncan is an expert polygraph examiner whose lie detector expertise is being used by all area departments. That way the agencies avoid duplication.
We don't all three need one. So we get together and decide, hey, I'll have a handwriting analysis, you'll have a fingerprinting person, maybe you can have the dog and we won't, and it's that kind of thing. So it's kind of a collaborative effort where we can share resources, where we don't have to duplicate them.
And that can mean some big cost savings for all three departments.
We all share a philosophy. We have the same ideas in regard to strategies, and we simply have a dialogue. And by having all three of those together, we're all showing results.
And the agencies are being very creative in how they use their personnel to acquire crime-solving information.
The Gang Task Force is a great example of that. Our representatives of the Gang Task Force come from the jail division. That's a huge wealth of information. Who's their next of kin? Who do they list? Who comes and visit them? Who puts money on their books? Are they willing to sit down and talk with us and give us some information?
I'll just take a moment.
Blackhawk County's 911 dispatch handles all of the area emergency calls. The agencies are part of the Tri-County Drug Task Force, and law enforcement agencies always share key intelligence information. Just one video or photograph can lead to key intelligence information.
Show those photos around, and we ended up with 15 different warrants for 15 different individuals off of one large fight that occurred in the College Hill area.
So we're able to do our job better because crime is so fluid and it's always in flux, and it helps us undermine that.
The bottom line is there's, I guess, proof in the pudding. When you look at the FBI stats and we're showing decreases in crime, that's fantastic.
So it decreases in crime according to those FBI statistics. I think you can obviously look for more and more cooperation among these local agencies. By the way, in a few days we're going to have a little bit more about Rob Duncan. He's the Waterloo Police Officer, the polygraph expert in this area from the police department. He uses his expertise to help all of the local law enforcement agencies that request his help. So obviously he can be a very busy officer. He's the only one in the area who does that for everybody else.
Coming up on Iowa's News Channel here at 10,